comfy undies.
Australians love their Bonds. As the largest underwear wholesaler in Australia, a Sweeney research study found consumer recall to be on par with Coca-Cola and Nike amongst young consumers aged 16 to 30 years, a typically challenging market to reach. With no companies with a dominant market share in the sleepwear, underwear, and infant clothing industry, Bonds is the most preferred of all the underwear and sock brands in the Australian market. The brand and product fits within the effective/feeler stage of the FCB grid as a high involvement product. The purchase decision motive of a consumer who wants to purchase a filler category product is effectively based because the expressive motive is dominantly activated. Expressive motives include self-expression, self-image, ego gratification, and sensory pleasure. Although a retailer of clothing for the whole family, the Pat Rafter Bonds campaigns focus on men's underwear with a consistent underlying message of comfort and an undertone of self-image. This marketing message can in turn activate the expressive motive to purchase. This message is important as consumer insight reflects the need for better fit, comfort, movement, and flexibility with the material of the underwear. By expressing the comfort of the product, Bonds is tapping into only a small part of consumer insight. These campaigns appeal to men between the ages of 16 to 60, evident by the imagery of a diversity of ages wearing the product, which in turn reflects self-image by having men of all sizes wearing nothing but the product. These advertisements are not occupational or aspirational specific and appeal to the everyday Australian male. The ad does not reflect the shared values of Australians, but does reflect the lifestyle of the everyday Australian sporting culture through the use of a sporting icon in Pat Rafter. These advertisements are in accordance with regulation as they are not highly sexualized and underwear commercials are expected to depict imagery of underwear. Bonds uses both positioning and engagement in the advertising strategy. Product positioning is the process of targeting products to meet customers' desires and needs. Bonds has positioned the product to meet the customer's desires for comfortable underwear through the consistent message of very comfy undies, but has not addressed the other desires of better fit, movement, and flexibility. Engagement is defined as a set of customer behaviors, both transactional and non-transactional in nature, that guarantee future sales, generate positive publicity, and bolster brand reputation. Bonds has engaged the consumer through Pat Rafter as a brand ambassador by associating an Australian sporting icon with the brand to generate positive publicity and bolster the brand reputation. The market has been segmented by buying situation as it addresses the comfortable benefits of Bonds underwear to create brand awareness, but the campaign does not address the entirety of consumer insight regarding the other important underwear traits. Whilst the big idea in the campaign is that the main selling point is that Bonds underwear are comfortable, and whilst this may impact the consumer purchase decision to purchase Bonds underwear, the campaign may have been more successful by addressing the other consumer insights. These insights are closely linked in regards to the usage of the underwear and could have been easily addressed if the marketing message was expanded. In 2002, Pat Rafter became a brand ambassador for Bonds. Brand ambassadors embody the brand personality and reflect company values, and in that regard, Pat Rafter is the perfect brand ambassador. In the same year Pat Rafter became Bonds ambassador, he was nominated and awarded Australian of the Year for excellence in his field, contribution to the Australian community, and an inspirational role model for the Australian community. These community virtues reflect the brand values as coined by George Allen Bond himself. We don't work for each other, we work with each other. Furthermore, Bonds is all about the everyday Australian and aims to bring people together for great moments with the colour, comfort and joy experienced by wearing their products. This is reflected in their campaigns as they appeal to the everyday Australian male. The underlying marketing strategy statement used to appeal to consumers is the comfort of Bonds underwear. But in the case of this campaign, the unique selling proposition is not the message but Pat Rafter himself. In these campaigns, Pat Rafter is the feature that consumers associate with the brand, as consumers have come to expect innovative products with better fit, comfort, movement, and flexibility with the material of their underwear. As it is an expectation, the advertised comfort does not create a unique selling proposition for the consumers. Overall, the campaign is effective as it employs a brand ambassador who reflects the brand values of Bonds and in turn creates brand association. Furthermore, the marketing message reflects the consumer insight regarding comfort, but has recommended that Bonds expands on the marketing by ending ads with different marketing messages. For example, very flexible undies. This is not an unreasonable marketing message to expect from Bonds, as technical fabrics are being used to better meet consumer needs, and technological advances which allow for better fit and comfort are common with the underwear industry, and thus should be an expectation from a brand such as Bonds. The campaign has used television as a media channel, as it is the most powerful advertising medium available. Consumers will spend 50% more time with TV than they will with radio, and 10 times more than they will reading the newspaper or surfing the internet. The campaign will be the most effective during sports broadcasts, during the ad breaks due to the sport appeal to males. Being broadcast on May 28th during State of Origin would have reached 4.617 million viewers at its peak.